Well, well, well. Look who we have here. What do we have? It's you again. You're back here with another Fireside Bricky. What is this? Another one? Well, my. Welcome back. For those of you who may be new to Fireside Bricky, this is aptly named Fireside Bricky. The series where if you do not have a form of beverage, food, or meal, you best pause this video, get the fuck out, then come back with a delicious beverage, food, or meal, and then you can watch it. But only then. Never before, never after. Not even once. So guess where we're in right now. Guess where we are at. Hopefully the dragons and the Chinese symbols up there don't give it away. But unfortunately, it looks like it is giving it away. So, as you can tell, we are currently in Nepal. You know, I'm just fucking kidding. You know, we're actually in Dubai. Nope, I got you again. We are in China. China rooftops. Yeah, specifically the China rooftops. And we are here. Why the fuck are we here again? What was the storyline reason? I think it's because... Oh. Good starts. I believe we are here because... Why are we here? I think we're here because Richtofen said, hey guys, you know what you should totally do? You should totally go and like mend this rift thing. And then we're just like, well, do we have a choice? And then he put us here and he's like, not really. So here we are. Welcome to this place. Die Rise. Now this is probably my... would I call this map worse than Transit? Now a lot of people would call this map better than Transit. They probably call Transit one of the worst maps. But like I said before, my last Transit video... Oh no, that was 2 videos ago because I did Nuketown. But like I said in my Transit video, I don't really mind it too much. Like, I don't think Transit was like... I think it is pretty much as terrible as people said it was, but for me, it didn't, like, bother me that much, you know? You feel? And Die Rise was a map for me that I really did not like. Because your good friend Bricky here is a bit clumsy sometimes, and you have no room to be clumsy on this... Oh, that's Revive Soda. Oh, I want Revive Soda. Oh. But anyway, yeah, you have no room to be clumsy on this map. This is Die Rise. This is the map where being clumsy is how you die a horrible death. Because guess what? You're on rooftops. What happens when you're clumsy on a rooftop? You fall off the rooftop. What happens when you fall off a rooftop? You're dead, boy. You dead. That's the part where you die a horrible death. Because you fell off a rooftop. Like, that's the way it works. And, oh man, like, you know, there was the thought, like, okay, maybe they only put a couple, like, crazy things here. Only a couple places where you could fall off. No. They put a lot. There are a lot of places you could fall off on this map. Like, I'm talking a ton of places. I just realized I can get down here. This quickly, huh? Which means I can make the trample steam and shoot myself from up there. Ooh. Actually, I kind of want Revive Soda. I'll go up for one level first, and then we'll go grab Revive Soda. Ooh, I never thought about this. I could actually bypass a lot of the map that way. Oh, wait, no I can't, because I need the power on for that. Maybe we should make the trample steam anyway. I'm gonna make it anyway. Probably a smart idea. Just go back and up and down a little bit. But, anyhow, here we are. This is Die Rise. Now, I don't like this map very much. No, there's some good parts of this map. There's also some pretty shitty parts of this map. My least favorite part of this map is that a lot of the traversing of the map has to do with elevators. And the elevators have perks in them. And with the exception of, I think, one elevator being this one, the perks are randomized. The perks are all randomized on what perk is in what elevator, and that just triggers me. Like, why you would ever do that? Make the RNG perk thing in elevators that aren't always there. Like, okay, like for like Shido Numa, okay. You know, they're randomized perks, okay. I can deal with that. Because at least they're like available to me at all times. In what's it called? In Die Rides? Oh no. You don't get that luxury. You don't get that luxury of always having the perks. No. You don't get to do that. You're not allowed to do that. You unfortunately have to deal with the perks maybe arriving in the right spots you want. Juggernog is in a different spot every time. Speed Cola in a different spot every time. It is not fun. Not fun at all. Ow. Oh, damn, I didn't want to get that. I'm trying to get this trample steam built so that when I jump across, I'll have it done so I can jump back across when I'm finished building it. But it's going to take me a little bit of time, so I'm just going to be twiddling my thumbs up here for a decent period of time now. Alright, here it comes. It would crush me, that's why I placed that little alarm sound. A little ding-a-ling-ling-ling-ling-ling. Now, I know some people like this map, and before the original patch, this actually was one of the maps with the strongest wonder weapon in the entire game. The Sliquifier. The Sliquifier was insanely overpowered. You know, because it's an AoE spread weapon. Now, that may seem strange, but you know when you had a weapon like the, like I said, my German is awful, but the Wunderwaffe, the Wunderwaffe, the Wonder Weapon, the Wonder Waffle, DG2, the Arc Lightning Gun, basically. Now that gun had like a cap, though, you know, like, okay, to 10 zombies starting, and then like, I think 20 when upgraded. Like, that's the cap on that weapon. Past that, you know, it's just, you know, it won't go any farther. The Sliquifier, I think, now, I mean, you can't quote me on this, but I'm pretty damn sure that the Sliquifier was unlimited zombies before the patch, or at least, like, something stupid, like 60. Like 60 zombies, like a massive number of zombies could get killed by this AoE Sliquifier attack. It was pretty dumb. Like, you could, that's the whole idea, that was the strategy on this map, was you would train zombies around and around and around, and then you'd have like a giant train around 90 of like, what, 50 zombies, and you fire one shot and they would all die. That was super broken, like, it was insanely broken. They have since nerfed it, so the Sliquifier is no longer that powerful, but at the time, just, damn. And that's like one of the things that made this map kind of cool, was that thing. They also had a perk on this map, a new perk called Who's Who. And the greatest part of Who's Who was not the perk, but the fact that when it went off, it would make this little like Who's Who sound. Like, it would say that every time you would use the perk. And the greatest thing about that was the fact that one floor too many, or too high. That's just the greatest part, because it was saying Who's Who, but it had like such an emphasis on the H. It was like Who's Who, you know. It was very like Who's Who, and it was a lot of fun, even though the perk was garbage. Because what the perk did was when you would get down, you could like go revive yourself, and like you would turn into just like the starting class, no perks and just a pistol, and you have to run your way all the way to your body and revive yourself. And it sounds like a pretty cool idea, because then you would retain all of your perks when you got back up. Problem is, if you got downed in that state, I think that's when you like got fully downed with players. But if I recall, solo. Now you can't quote me on this. You cannot quote me on this. But I think if you get down in Who's Who mode, it actually kills you, like full on kills you. You don't get the option. Come on, Bricky. There. Okay. You don't get the option to like revive yourself. Like I don't think revive soda actually works on you. Like once the Who's Who clone goes down, like I think you're dead. So it almost nullifies revive soda. At least I think it did. I say this because I've actually recorded this video before, and I think I died because I had both Who's Who and revive soda on. And once I got down in Who's Who mode, I think I lost the game. And that's kind of strange. I mean, it's a possibility. Could be wrong. I'm pretty sure I am wrong, but that's just what I remember. I don't want to test it again, though, so I'm not going to be buying Who's Who this round. I'm just going to be buying, other things. Better weapons than that. Alright, there's that trample steam. Now we gotta head my way back down. Lucky thing is I can actually make my way down much faster by choosing this direction. Get my way down here, then I gotta take my... Oh, should I buy Galvan Knuckles? I have the money. Oh, I will in 1,000 more points. Ooh, I don't know. I mean, mystery box is over there. I miss out on the mystery box. No, I can trample steam my way to the mystery... Do I want the mystery box? I don't know if... I don't know what I want. I don't know what I want. I think I'm gonna Galvan Knuckle because then I can kill the goddamn jumpers on this map. And then when the next round happens. Which is probably gonna be pretty soon now I think about it. There we go. Which actually also reminds me, I should probably get the fuck out right now. Oh yeah, I forgot, they also have these body armor zombies. Zombies I think take less damage if you shoot them in the body. I think. Don't quote me on that, but the ones with the body armor I think take less damage. I forgot that I'm playing as Sullivan, and Sullivan has those constant zombie sounds, because I think he like ate zombie flesh. So now he's like really weird and getting fucked up. AN-94. AN-94 is like one of the top tier weapons on the wall. Like, this may be like number 1 or 2 best wall buy there is. It's just such a powerful weapon. Lots of damage, good headshot, decent recoil, and of course, the best part, tons of ammo. Like the speakeasy from Mob of the Dead. I'm interested to see how this game is going to turn out. It's actually the best start I've had to this map so far. I haven't had a start this good yet. I know, I've had okay starts before, but I've never built a trample steam automatically. Before, it took me like a lot of rounds to build the trample steam. How do I get to, is it this way? I think it's this way. Right? Shit, I have no idea where I'm going. I'm lost. Ah, here we are. Ah, yes. The Sliquifier now. We need to begin building this guy. How many points is this? Oh, it's 1,000. Shit. Oh, hi, what's up? Hello. I am playing as Sullivan now, and unfortunately Sullivan, yeah, ate that zombie flesh, so occasionally, as you play, you just hear him make, like, zombie noises. He's just like, "Oh," like in the background. It's really weird. Okay, there we go. Get that Sliquifier going. Yep, there they are. Here come the weird jumpy dudes. Okay, can I use this? I remember if the trample steam punches them around. These guys are like the biggest pain in the ass. Like, I've seen pain in the ass things like people occasionally sometimes complain about dogs being a pain in the ass. I mean, honestly, they're really not because they give you max ammo. But these guys, like, look at them. Who would make those? Like, why? That's such a pain in the dick, having to fight those bouncy dudes. Ow. I think I just hit my knee against my desk. That hurt a lot, actually. Ow. Fuck. Actually, that was my shin. I have one of those desks that has, like, the little bar where, like, my shins are. And, I mean, I wish I didn't have that there, but the desk was already pretty good and worth the purchase. But I have that little thing there, like, not as obtrusive as, like, a desk you'd see at a high school or a college, but it's still just, like, annoying. I don't normally sit this close up, though. I actually am trying something new. I actually have my hands underneath my desk and my microphone closer to my mouth. So I'm testing to see if by doing so, having the controller underneath the desk, I'm actually nullifying a little bit of background sound of my controller, like, you know, my controller making noise. Because for a while it would make noise, well, a lot of noise just because it's the controller, and I'm wondering if this maybe like helps that out, helps nullify it. I need to find myself, say, what's it? The Juggernog. That's Mule Kick right there. Oh, I'm going to ride this guy up. I don't know if Juggernog is right there or not. Hopefully it's not. Oh, I'm down. Oh, hello. Oh. Okay. I'm just gonna ride this one. Because I already know what this one is, or what the other one is. So I'm just gonna ride this one up. Oh, actually, I should probably put this on here. Hopefully the other ones don't go up while I'm doing this. Okay, there goes that one. Ah, you're Pack-a-Punch. Okay. Alright, now I know. Now I know which ones are which. I still need to ride that thing up here, though. Fortunately. I think there's that one cool thing I can do, if I recall. There's like one specific spot you can place the trample steam that really works out, like really helps out in your position area. Hello? Nope, you guys went all the way up. I gotta wait for the elevators. Or I can go to that one lone elevator down in the bottom section. So anyway, I know it's been like 16 minutes of just random babbling, but I decided, I was thinking about the topic I wanted to discuss. Now I had a couple topics I had earlier, you know, just ideas, things I wanted to think about. You know, I always have a discussion topic in these videos, and after Nuketown's kind of, you know, more, I wouldn't say intense, but, you know, it's not a very, it wasn't as lighthearted, I guess. I wanted to talk a little bit about something that I neglect on hardcore, and that is, okay, I'm gonna leave this liquefier here for a bit. And that is personal fitness. Working out, man. You know, pumping iron. Those words. Oh man, something that I have not done enough of. And I was thinking about it a lot because I wake up a lot in the morning and I think to myself, like, yeah, today's the day, you know, because today is always the day. Today is always the day that I'm gonna work out. You know, this is the day I'm gonna go get a gym membership. I'm gonna go walk around the park. I'm gonna go take a run, and you know, generally, probably would do that if waking up at 8 o'clock in the morning wasn't so disgusting for me. I mean, I'm no like stranger to waking up early. I've had plenty of jobs that made me wake up early, school classes that made me wake up early, but doesn't mean I enjoy it. Waking up early is awful for me. It's just pure awful. The thing is, the funny thing is, it's not about being up early. It's about getting to the shower. That's me. Like, once you get yourself in the shower, you're solid. You've made it, man. You've made it in life. Once you get yourself to the shower, you're okay. I will, from then on out, be okay for the rest of the day. I will have a good mindset. I won't be that sleepy or anything. Probably won't be sleepy at all, as long as I got like a decent, like, 8 or so, like 7 or 8 hours of sleep. Oh, this is Juggernog. Sweet. Anyway, you know, that's just the thing, you know, I'm like, I'll be good once I get to the shower, but just that 10 steps, those 10 steps from my room to the shower is what makes it so damn difficult. As soon as I wake up, I'm like, why should I get up when instead I can sleep more? Because sleep is the best thing ever. And so I do. I sleep until like 10, 10:30, depending, because it depends on how late I stay up too, because if I stay up to like midnight or so, then I'm mostly staying up to midnight or maybe 2 o'clock in the morning, depending. I'm normally doing it because I'm like doing something with friends, or I'm playing some games, or I'm recording, or I'm editing, or sometimes it has like a lot of, it's based on work, you know? I do it because of work, you know? That's the thing. And because of that, it may like mess up my sleep schedule, because like, okay, I was up till like this time editing this video, and I can't, you know, I can't go to bed. I can't go to bed right now because of X video, you know. This video's still rendering and I gotta upload it before I go to sleep, and there's always an excuse for it. In reality, there's no fucking excuse. Like, I know there's no excuse for me not to get off my lazy ass and go to the gym, but just based on what I do, right? What I do as a sedentary lifestyle, like this is my job. And my job is to sit down and play video games and record and edit and write scripts and things like that for hours upon hours at a time, like per day. And that's all done while sitting down. I mean, I can't write a script while jogging. I don't have a keyboard while jogging. It doesn't work like that. I mean, if you can find a way to do that, then, you know, goddamn, good for you. But I can't figure it out. I can't figure out a way like that. Got this entire hallway is like pretty much useless right here, if I recall. There's like not much going on here. These PDW points right here. Good gun, very fun gun. But I know for a bit I was actually I'm working with the you know, I think I mentioned this a couple other videos. I'm working with a cosplayer who I'm helping get some cosplay stuff done, because I was actually quite interested in doing it. And one thing that I noticed that, well, when I hung out with her, I always wondered, like, because she does cosplay and stuff like that too, and, you know, most to all cosplayers, at least female cosplayers, you know, most to all of them have, like, a pretty dang good figure. You know, she's no exception. She really keeps herself, like, toned and pretty good looking. I always wondered, like, how do you, like, do that, right? How in the world do you maintain this kind of figure consistently? And for her, it's mostly diet. I mean, to be fair, I think it's for everyone, it's mostly diet, because diets, plays a major portion in how you look. Like, you know, if you want to look like, you know, what's a good example? Like Hugh Jackman in X-Men, you're going to have to, it's about food. You got to eat right. You know, I mean, it's like a foundation versus interior decorating. Okay, if I'm scared to jump off, because if I jump off, that's when this video ends. This video straight up ends if I fail this. Fuck it! Oh, okay. Okay. A little sketchier than I'd liked, but I did it. Alright, thank goodness. Now I've got a consistent thing between the two areas. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Hugh Jackman. You know, for me, my thought is like, it's like exercise and food. Exercise is like laying down a foundation. For me, it's like building a house, right? Exercise is the concrete foundation, the drywall, the walls, things like that. Food is the interior decorating. You know, you can't have a good-looking house without the house, but you can't have a good-looking house if there's nothing in the house, you know? You know, I mean, a house can be like, there could be a house, it could exist, and it's just a bunch of drywalls and a roof, but it looks like shit, you know? You can put like a bunch of like nice lampshades and some nice lights and a ceiling fan. Yeah, but there's no house to put it in, you know? You gotta have both if you want to look like something like that, you know? You know, some people are extraordinarily strong, but don't look like super ripped like you'll see in so many, you know, videos or movies and things like that, because I mean, no, people talk about this all the time. You know, they have like women in magazines, you know, look very unrealistic. Because I mean, it's true, they do look very unrealistic. But the guys in the magazines, like Men's Health, like holy shit, no one is able to look like that without specific daily training, like working out like every day, eating nothing but chicken and brown rice and vegetables every single day. Like that's how you do that, and that's just not fun, you know. I mean, I got a sweet tooth. I fucking love chocolate and ice cream and cake and brownies, and I love that stuff. And you're telling me if I want to look like, you know, the next Ryan Gosling, I gotta go ahead and eat nothing but white chicken, steamed broccoli, and brown rice, aka the rice that has no fucking flavor and it tastes like a grainy paste because it's brown fucking rice? Like, it's terrible. It's awful. And I don't want to do that, but that's the way, you know? That's how you do it. So you're like stuck between this rock and a hard place. You know, you gotta choose. You gotta choose one. And so for me, you know, diet is gonna be really tough, but I feel like you gotta do one and the other. To like simultaneously, like, okay, I gotta like make a commitment, work out this many times a week, and then eat, you know, this kind of food consistently, and you know, things like that. And at the moment, you know, I don't want to say I'm too busy, because saying that I'm too busy is by far a complete, legitimate lie. I am not too busy to go out and work out and eat well. I mean, I'm not too busy to eat well because it's just a different choice of menu. Eating well is the difference between getting a burger at a restaurant versus a salad. You know, it's, you know, you don't have to like it's not about being lazy or not. It's just food, you know. I get this speed cola here. Yeah, it's food choice. Maybe a little bit more expensive, but there are some places that you can get some pretty damn healthy food for not too expensive. It's just how you need to know how to shop, you know. You need to know where to go and how to shop. Now, people say like, okay, fast food is so cheap, and that's why, you know, a lot of times people are, you know, I mean, not people, but in low poverty areas eat so much fast food because it's so cheap. Like, no, if you put the effort in and you find the right areas, you can actually probably get a lot more food for a lot cheaper. It's just a much larger amount of time requirement. You know, cooking for yourself is almost always cheaper, but it takes so much more time, and I mean, it's depending on your cooking skills. It may not taste very good because maybe you're shit at cooking. I don't know. You know? I'd love to learn how to cook more often, but like I said, it's a time thing. Because for me, what I tell myself, what makes me like not. I just realized something that I have. I have the Galvan Knuckles, and I haven't been using them like at all. I've been shooting zombies when I could have easily just meleeed them for way more points. Damn, I feel dumb. Just gonna grab this liquefier real quick. You guys gotta listen to the sound of this gun. It's so funny. It's like bloop 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 bloop, and then you slide all around everywhere. Bloop 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 bloop. Wee, slipping, sliding, slipping, sliding. Aha, bloop bloop bloop. Anyway, like, for me, what goes on in my head is I'm just like, okay, so I wake up in the morning, I do my video work, you know, I put the annotations on my video, I upload it to Steam and Facebook and other things and Twitter and just, you know, notifications, put the annotations, and I generally go back to bed because I'm like, alright, work's done. Go back to bed, wake up, then I start either editing or gaining footage or writing a script for something I'm going to work on. And then after that, I go ahead and put together that, you know, script or footage or whatever it is. And then I go ahead and maybe if I stream, then I stream. If I don't, then I try to finish up the video that I've been working on. And then I, you know, upload it and render it during the day, have some food, and then spend the rest of the night generally getting footage or hanging with friends, and that's it. That's my day. And can I fit working out into there? Probably, yeah. But if I were to like make some big time commitment, like, okay, I gotta work out 3 times a week for an hour, it wouldn't really set me back, but it would definitely make me, I think, a lot more tired and not have the mental capacity to like spend, you know, an hour and a half writing a script, because I'd rather just rest. And that's, I mean, it's kind of a kind of a bitchy, kind of pussy out thing that I'm saying, but it's just what goes on in my mind, you know. And not only that, but I feel like I kind of need like a goal when I work out and stuff like that. Because this is a thing. This is a thing that is kind of dumb, but it's just something that goes on in my head. It's like, okay, I need to go walk somewhere to get exercise. All right, well, if I'm gonna go walk somewhere, I need to, at the same time, like, there needs to be an end goal for me. I need to be like, all right, I'm walking to juice it up to get a smoothie. That's my end goal. I'm walking to the grocery store. I'm walking somewhere to get lunch. Like, it's the idea that, okay, walk instead of drive. And that's a great idea in theory, but in reality, what should my objective be? Oh, it should be walk to get some fucking exercise, Bricky. You know? I need to find motivation. Not only that, but it also comes down to, it also comes down to motivation just in general with like other people. What I mentioned my cosplay earlier is because her boyfriend does a lot of workouts. Like I think he does the insanity workouts all the time. And we've always been talking about doing like gym hopping or something like that for a while and just going to the gym together. But I just never did it yet, you know, we never acted on it quite yet. And we honestly should have. And it's actually partly my fault because I've been the one who's saying like, okay, I need to stream today, I gotta do these work today, and then I've always like been unavailable, when in reality I probably could have done it, honestly. But it's just stacking things on top of each other, you know, like I need me time. Everyone needs some me time. And when, for me, it's all work or stream or anything like that in the morning, then it's really unfortunate I can't do anything, especially because I thought that my streams were fixed now. I thought that Cox had fixed my problem with the stream, but apparently that was not true. And I'm still having issues with my stream with, like, internet connection, and I'm still having problems streaming. And it's really depressing me, because then I'm just like, I can't stream. I can't even do it, and I'm very disappointed with that. Very, very disappointed with that. Because streaming is like another part of what I do financially. It's like, it's an income thing. I gotta do it. Is this an insta-kill? Sweet. I'm just gonna blow through all my ammo. Alright, there we go. And so, I don't know, it's like a schedule thing, because I gotta think about like, okay, what videos I gotta upload. Alright, so, got a vlog on Monday. Alright, always gotta do a vlog on Monday. Alright, I gotta do a Fireside Bricky every week. Alright, Fireside Brickies take about like an hour or so to record, about 5 hours to render, and then about like an hour to upload. All right. Then what do we got next? Okay, we got a So You Want to main every 2 weeks, roughly, depending on, you know, time periods. All right, so you got that. You got a Silver Guide every 2 weeks, kinda. Silver Guides are a little bit hashy at the moment. I'm trying to fix it up, but I'm having like difficulties. All right, I gotta finish up Dark Souls. Dark Souls playthroughs gotta be every couple of days. Oh, is there a new patch? Gotta do a patch video, or I don't have to do a patch video, but generally I like to do a patch video. Okay, well, what other stuff? You know, I gotta make videos like you know, I gotta do other kind of fun videos I want to test out. Like I made that new thighs video for Syndra. Like that was cool. Like got a couple of those every so often. Those are pretty fun. Yeah, it's gotta be like, it's a schedule. Okay, I gotta stream 3 times a week. I gotta stream on Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. Those are my stream times. You know, and then during the meantime, I gotta like write scripts and, you know, I gotta do the editing of that stuff. You know, I gotta play the games. I gotta get all this like footage for a So You Want to main video or a Silver Guide. I gotta record all this kind of stuff. I gotta record my vlog. I gotta edit the vlog, and there's just so much that needs to be done. You know, not only that, but there's just other small things. Like I gotta check Twitter. I gotta check my my channel statistics. How's my channel doing? Like, it's just something I need to do. Gotta look at my analytics page. I gotta look at my financial stuff. Gotta make sure that I can pay my bills. You know, after all of that stress being put on into one single day, going and like working out is just not priority. You know, even though it should be, it's just not priority. And that's the problem, is that, you know, I'm just not putting as much of a priority as it honestly should be. And that's an issue, because it really needs to be a priority, because especially with someone like me living my life sitting down almost all the time, I really need to figure out a way to honestly just like, I gotta figure out a way to work it in, because sitting down for the rest of my life, like, okay, I'm 20 years old. I know a lot of people don't think that I'm 20 years old, but I am 20 years old. I turn 21 next month. And right now, the young adult metabolism is the greatest thing that's ever existed. I have a metabolism of a god. I can just, you know, I can eat whatever I want and still, like, look decent. Unfortunately, that doesn't last. As I grow older, it's not going to stay that way. And when it doesn't stay that way anymore, we're going to have issues. So, yeah. I mean, it's just, it's gonna catch up to me. My metabolism will catch up to everybody. And then you're gonna have to learn to start eating better when you get older. And I don't want to do that. Yeah, fuck that shit, man. I'm actually gonna go to a nice restaurant with some of my friends today as like, because they just got their paychecks and they want to like treat themselves. And, you know, I'm gonna go to the nice restaurant, probably gonna order something that's like really shitty for me, probably like some fried taco that's like a good Mexican restaurant. And I'm gonna order something that's like terrible for me, maybe like some lava cake afterwards. Why? Because I want to. And as much as I try not to do that, it's just like, it's good, man. Okay. Alright. This is a you and me talk, alright? This is a you and me talk. You know, this is a Fireside Bricky. This is for a smaller audience. And I just want to discuss this from a heart-to-heart standpoint. This is what this is. It's a heart-to-heart standpoint. Right now, financially, like, okay, because like a lot of times people like don't want to talk about money on YouTube. And I can understand why. Money is kind of a scary thing to discuss, and I'm obviously not giving you like specifics. But right now, because my last job as an EMT paid me minimum wage, but the job before that was Dairy Queen, minimum. Okay, well, sorry. EMT wasn't minimum wage. It started off slightly above minimum wage, but actually technically now, because the law ups the minimum wage, technically is minimum wage. Not like it mattered that the company went out of business. But then the Dairy Queen before that, I made minimum wage. And, I mean, it wasn't very good for me right now. But right now, combined with Twitch and YouTube and all that stuff, I am making, you know, I'm doing financially better than I ever have. To the point where I'm starting to feel comfortable. Like, you know, we have paycheck by paycheck, but now where I'm at, like, I can be comfortable with what I'm doing at the current moment. Like, I can be okay. And it's a good feeling. It's a fantastic feeling, because I can be like, hey, you know that expensive restaurant you could never go to before because it was just too much, and it was like a massive portion of like, you know, like, it was just too much money? Like, I can be like, yeah, I can go to that restaurant now more often than normal. Like, it feels really good. I can buy new equipment for my computer that helps with my streaming and my YouTube, and I would buy I'm currently purchasing the best Cox Communications package, but it's not like that's fucking helping. but it's good to feel comfortable. Like, you know, I'm content. And that's like, when you're content financially, it really opens up a lot of possibilities because, I mean, money is fucking great. Like, I think money is awesome. And I think everyone should think that money is awesome because one of the things that my dad taught me when I was a young kid was money gives you options. You know, I think I've actually discussed this on a previous Fireside Bricky, but, you know, you want to be the best drummer in the entire world. It is the best way for you is to generally get some of the best equipment in the entire world. Hire one of the best trainers in the entire world. Like, can you be the best drummer in the entire world based solely off of experience and, you know, just like the will, like, you know, the, like in some of the stories where the kid in the urban area becomes like an amazing musician or something like that because of, you know, will of heart and just his passion for it. Yeah, you totally could. But it gives you a better option, you know. You want to be the best guitarist in the world, you can buy the best guitar, the best amp, the best trainer. You want to, you know, is your dream to skydive? You need money to skydive. Is your dream to own like a really nice car? Or have you always wanted to drive like a Porsche or something like that? Well, you need money to do that. You know, have you always wanted to run a hotel as your main job? Then I'm just throwing shit out right now, but you need money to do that. Like, if you want to play the new Dark Souls game, you need money to buy that game. You know, money gives you options. It lets you do stuff. You can like experience more of the world with money. You want to travel, you want to go places, you're gonna need money for that. And that's an honest thing that I started to try to learn at a young age. Like, hey, you know, you need this. Like, everyone always talks about like, oh, it's not, you know, they're doing something not for the money. You know, money isn't important. Like, I mean, I guess if you want to do something, you know, you could say you do something not for money, but I will tell you a million times over, do I do YouTube for money? Absolutely I do. Yes, I do. The difference is, as I always say, it's like, is it okay to do YouTube for money? Fucking of course it is. Is it okay to shaft and chastise your community and, you know, go against morals for money? Absolutely fucking not. You know, as I mentioned before, you know, like, I will only be sponsored by products that I believe in. I will only, you know, I'll never take sponsorships to people I don't believe in. That's why I'm never going to be sponsored by What the Fast, you know, because it doesn't fucking work. You know? I mean, I'm not gonna get sponsored by oh, what's that one? Shit. There's that one company that people got sponsored by that turned out to be really shady. Oh no, that wasn't. No, I'm sorry. I think that was actually What the Fast, but. You know, there are other sponsors, like, okay, this is the tough one, because, like, Crunchyroll is a great website. It's a fantastic website, it runs smoothly, it's, like, for people who love anime, it's, like, an amazing website. Unfortunately, I don't watch anime, so I wouldn't probably accept a Crunchyroll sponsorship, even if they paid me, like, really well, and their website is still pretty damn good. Like, I probably wouldn't, like... I probably have to try and watch more anime and try to get in it in reference to taking a sponsorship like that, because I just don't watch anime. Like, I'd feel bad promoting something that I don't watch. But there's also the other side of it, like, hey, I may not watch it, but it's still like a good product. So maybe getting sponsored by it isn't a bad thing, because it's still a good product. That's like the kind of gray area, you know? It's like, you know, like, okay, okay, so United Airlines, right? This may seem a little bit of a strange idea, but I went to DreamHack. When I went to DreamHack, I flew on United Airlines. That's the airline I chose. It's the only airline my dad ever chooses because it's the only one he enjoys. I get this without the red dot sight? Oh, sweet. I kind of prefer without the red dot sight. And so it's the only one he'll fly. Now, I've flown on United, like, barely at all, ever. But if they, like, it's never gonna happen, but they were to come to me and be like, hey, we want you to sponsor us. Or I sponsor the... How's it go? We want you to sponsor us. Okay, that sounds about right. Would I say yes? Probably. I mean, I don't fly on them very often or anything like that, but they show me a very good time, and, you know, my dad tells me that they're very, very good airlines. So, yeah, I take them. But that's the thing, like, everyone tells me that Crunchyroll is a great website. I just don't watch anime. But I'm sure the website is great, because, I mean, a lot of YouTubers get sponsored by Crunchyroll. Same thing with Discord. A lot of people get sponsored by Discord, too. And I think because Discord knows who to get sponsored by, and you know, I mean, they choose the right people. I mean, if you watch any League of Legends YouTubers, tons of League YouTubers get sponsored by Discord. And, you know, it took me a while to actually like Discord. Like, for a while, I was just like, I don't like this at all. I like TeamSpeak more. I don't like Discord. And I'm kind of better on it now. I'm like kind of getting used to it. I think it was just kind of like I don't want things to change kind of feel. Because before, I like TeamSpeak's like simplicity. It's very bare bones. It's like extremely bare bones. And I kind of like that. It was simple to deal with. Now, Discord's still a great site, but it does have some flaws still. And I think I'd have to wait for them to fix a couple of their flaws before I would like accept a sponsorship from them. How did we get into this topic from personal fitness? Was it the money thing? I don't remember anymore. Oh no, it's discussing food and then talking about like expensive restaurants and then like, hey, you know, now that you got money to do it. Yeah, that's actually been kind of a goal of mine. Like an end goal for me is, can I get to the point where, can I actually, never mind. Can I get to the point where, like, I can be earning enough money to where I could eat wherever I want and not have to worry about how much money I'm spending? Like, that's kind of like an end goal for me. Like, you know, if I can get to the point where I'm, like, making enough financially where I no longer have to worry about the cost of the food that I'm buying, that's gonna be, like, the best feeling. That's like, life goals right there. You know? I mean, it's not, for me, it's not like a big mansion or a big car. I'm just like, can I go eat food at somewhere expensive and not care? Which sounds like a little bit of an obscure thing, but, you know, it's just like an idea, you know, like, can I go eat at, like, super expensive restaurant and, like, just have it not matter? Like, whatever. You know, I was like, yep, it's fine. That's, like, end goals. That's, like, end goals, you know? Because I fucking love food. Food is great. I love food. And if I can go to anywhere I want and eat good food, then I've succeeded in my life. I have succeeded in my life. Money is definitely a very strange thing to talk about. Especially, you know, in the YouTube world. And, I mean, if anything, you can't call me dishonest. You know? Sometimes people want, like, some YouTubers just to be like, hey, I only do it for the fun of it. And, I mean, I fucking love this job. I do it for the fun of it all the time. Like, the fun of it is, like, #1 priority. But, I mean, money is definitely a very high priority, too. I mean, let's be perfectly honest. If I didn't like this, if I didn't like making YouTube videos, if I didn't like streaming, if I didn't like any of this, I wouldn't do it. I just simply wouldn't do it. You know? There's no point. Why would you, like, do a job that you hate? Unless, of course, it's a specific financial reason, you know? I mean, I would never, you know, go back to Dairy Queen, but let's say my YouTube channel starts dying and I need, like, the financial, like, assistance. Yeah, I go back and do, like, retail. Just because it's quick, it's easy, and there's no fucking way I'm gonna get denied a job. You know what's great? Is when I say, hey, I've worked as an EMT for an entire year of just straight up, like, doing that work. No one is gonna deny me, like, a job anymore, especially, like a smaller retail job. Like, so how can you deal with the stress of working at Dairy Queen? Well, you know, I dealt with dying people. Alright, you're hired. It's like, it's simple shit like that. It's a good feeling. I don't have to worry about a job like that. Obviously, bigger, higher up jobs, you know, I need, like, degrees and this and that and the other thing in order to get a good, you know, job. Like, I'm not gonna go up to a bank and be like, hey, hire me as your CEO. They're like, no. No, we're not gonna do that. Not at all. Oh, I know something interesting. So, okay, so I mentioned this before. I mentioned this in my last Monday vlog, where I will never ever discuss politics. Okay, well, sorry. I can discuss politics, but I will never tell you my opinion on politics. Or like, who I'm voting for or anything like that. Because that's honestly just a terrible, terrible idea. Or, you know, what my opinions on parties, you know. Because let's be honest, no one, like I said before in my last video, no one is going to come to you and be like, wow, you're voting for this person? I'm totally going to watch your channel. Like, no, it goes like, wow, you're voting for this person? Yeah, unsubscribed. It works that way. It doesn't work the other way around, unfortunately. But anyway, just, you know, being completely bipartisan, I live in Southern California, you know, in the Orange County area. And there's actually a Bernie Sanders rally, I think, this Sunday, which is... Okay, I'm recording this video on Friday, so it's going up on Saturday. So I think the day after this video is uploaded, there's actually, I think, a Bernie Sanders rally in Irvine. And if you don't know anything about Irvine, Irvine has a massive Asian population. Like, we're talking, oh god, a huge Asian population. 80%, I think, like 80 or 90%. Like, it's a high number. I think Irvine is mainly focused on Japanese, where their northern cities like Fountain Valley and Garden Grove are more of a Vietnamese thing. Westminster as well. But Irvine is home of UCI, and you know, UCI is one of the best schools in California. I think probably one of the best schools in the United States. I mean, it's not an Ivy League school, but like, you know, it's like, you have like the Ivy League schools like Stanford, Yale, things like that. And then you have like the ones that aren't Ivy League, but still really fucking good. Like that one, you know, there's a lot of ones in California, USC, Berkeley, great schools, great schools. MIT is one of them. That's not in California, of course. Is MIT Ivy League? I don't think it is. It's just known as a really good tech school. But anyhow, very democratic area in Irvine. If I think Orange County is generally considered the more conservative area of Southern California, but especially with with Sanders pulling a very large millennial focus, and with the college right there, I'm very curious to see how how it's going to end up. I may even go, because I'm very curious to see what it's going to be like, because my sister actually went to the Donald Trump rally because she was very interested in like what was it going to be like, because it was right next to us, and it was just pure chaos. Like, almost just as many people coming to support him were coming to protest, and like, it was just chaos and a half. And so I was considering, hey, maybe I should go check it out. Maybe if it's like just as much chaos, or if it's going to be like just unconditional like support, because like I said, it's a much more democratic area. Or Irvine is has a much larger democratic area compared to other Southern California places. So I'm not quite sure. And plus, of course, being so close to the college, and you know, it could be pretty interesting. I'm actually quite curious to see what it's going to be like in that rally. So I might go to give it a look-see. Like I said, I'm not telling you whether or not I'm supporting the candidate or not. It's just like a, you know, maybe I'm kind of interested. Because, I mean, let's be honest, every single U.S. election is a shit show to begin with. It's a complete shit show. It's always such a crazy time period. It's actually almost better just turning your brain off and just not dealing with it. But at the same time, it's kind of like it's a little bit like pleading ignorance. It's like, I don't want to deal with it, even though it's going to make a pretty big impact. Oh, by the way, totally unrelated with politics, but look it up. Look at this. Those asteroids are chunks of the Earth that have been blown off because of the nukes. It's actually a really cool scenery. Like, look at this. They got the moon, but like, the Earth is so fucked up. But like, got the stars and the clouds and the destroyed rubble of the Earth itself. Like, it's pretty neat. Yeah, I gotta admit, it's pretty neat. I gotta run my way down here so I can buy more ammo for my AN-94, or my actuated neutralizer 94,000. Make some funny names with. Oh shit! Oh no! Oh shit, I forgot. If you miss that one spot, you like die. Okay. Okay. I need to be careful with this. I need to be extremely careful with this. Juggernog. Where is Juggernog? Juggernog is... Okay, it's the one by the shotgun, if I recall. Yes, that's about right. Mule kicks that way. I need to go down. Yes. Please don't be behind me. I think it's this way? No. Aha, here it is. Alright, here we go. Found it. Oh, Juggernaut's right there. Oh, it's going up, though. God damn it. Come back. I wish I had the key right now. I wish I had the key. Please zombie come from this area so I can, like, barricade you in for a long period of time. What's it doing? Oh, here it comes. It's about to come around right now, I think. Or not. Where is the zombie? There it is. I'm just gonna stall my time period just for a little bit. You get hit twice, you die. So, just gotta be careful. Just gotta, like, take it for a little bit of a run. Whoop! Oh shit. Regen the health, please. Too spooky. Yes! Oh yeah, I forgot to double tap. Or speed cola. Oh dear, I'm actually really unprepared right now. Oh, at least I got that now. I feel a lot better right now. I feel a lot better. Oh, now I'm fighting these guys. Okay, I guess. Figures that would happen as soon as I get the, as soon as I go buy more ammo for my gun. I'm just gonna slick a fire at these these weird crawler dudes to death. Damn, a lot of topics to cover today. Personal fitness, and then personal finance even, and then now even a little bit of politics. God damn. That's crazy. I don't think I get through this many topics today. I had a lot of topics though. No. You know, I hope it doesn't come off as... Oh, I fell off this way. I hope it doesn't come off as me being too, like, spineless to say my opinion. Because, you know, I don't want to seem like I'm just being like, oh, I'm choosing the path of least resistance. I mean, I technically am. But I don't want it to be like, oh, you know, I'm not saying anything, and because I'm not saying anything, alright, you know, I'm too scared of flack, and you know, I mean, honestly, the flack from saying political things is a major problem, because people will try to discount everything you do by saying that, like, oh, you know, I had respect for this person, but now he's voting for X candidate, you know, and that's just not something you want to deal with. But you know, I'm trying to have, like, heart-to-heart kind of stuff, you know. I'm trying to be like, all right, these are my thoughts, you know. It's not necessarily like, I'm not trying to make it seem like all controversial or anything like that. I'm just being like, hey, this is what's going on, this is what I think, and, you know, I'm not choosing a candidate or anything like that. I'm just letting you know my opinions on this kind of matter. I'm terrible with this liquefier, honestly. I'm getting a little bit too spammy right now because I want that revive soda. Oh, I wish I would have finished the Oh, look at this. Watch this. They're all going to, like, die. See what I mean? See what I mean about the whole, like, the spread thing? It gets really powerful. And this is the patched version. This isn't even the major version, the original one. The only problem is, God, is it's slippery. It's called this liquefier for a reason. Oh no! Shit. Take me with you. Okay, double tap to start off with. And then I'm gonna need Juggernog. Just somewhere around here, I think. Oh, it's this one right there. Blue, 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 blue. Okay, how close is Juggernog? That's Juggernog. It's going up. Awesome. Give, please. I'm just gonna spam this gun on my way through. Okay, we're okay now. We're okay now. That was a little bit hectic and a little bit terrifying, but we're alive. We're alive and kicking. Definitely kicking. Ooh. Alright. You know, actually, I wanted to get back on that personal fitness topic for a quick moment. I don't know, I'm a decent movie buff sometimes, and I like movies a lot. And one of my favorite movies, well, a movie I like a lot, is American Beauty, starring Kevin Spacey. Now, if you've been watching House of Cards lately, you know how amazing Kevin Spacey is as an actor. I mean, I don't even think I really need to tell you that Kevin Spacey is an amazing actor. I mean, he's fucking Kevin Spacey. He's godly. But he did American Beauty. I think he got nominated or maybe even won Best Actor for that. I don't quite remember. He definitely did it, or did it win Best Picture? Or It was nominated for, I don't know. It got a lot of Oscar nominations, but it is a great movie. And one of the best parts of it, I thought was one of the funniest, is as soon as he goes and he does a run, he's got these two neighbors, they're like runners, or they're very physically fit. These two gay guys, I forget their name. I don't know what they are, but they're like super friendly. They're very similar, like they have like a similar name or something like that, and they always run in the morning. And so he goes up to them and he asks them like, hey, you know, I wanna get in shape. And they say, okay, well, what are you looking for? You're looking for like endurance, looking for like getting tone, you know, what are you looking for? And after a small pause, he says, I want to look good naked. And that's really, like, at the end of the day, you know, some people, you know, will say, okay, they work out because they want to be physically fit. And that's totally fine, you know. You could lie to yourself all you want. No. In all honesty, you know, there's some people, especially some of those who may be a little bit overweight or something like that, you know, they want to get physically fit so they can do more physical activities. You know, that's awesome. If that's your legitimate reasoning, go ahead, you know. But for me and for I think a decent amount of other people, it's, yeah, I want to look good, man. That's for me. When I want to work out, it's not because I'm physically fit or anything like that. I want to look good. I want to look attractive as hell. I want to look like a good ass guy, you know. That's what I want to look like. That's what working out is. That's the effect I want to get from working out. You know, that's my goal. And I mean, I'm not gonna deny that shit. I'm pretty sure. While some of you may say, "Oh, it's because of the physical benefits," I'm pretty sure I know the actual reason. I'm pretty sure it's so you can like look in the mirror and be like, "Damn, I'm looking good." Like, come on now, come on. That's, come on, you know. It's like, you know, I always urge guys, you know, hey, just, I don't always urge guys, but hey, you know, you want to look good, you know, you want to get the 6-pack abs, you want to go ahead and get some, big ass biceps and, you know, broad shoulders, you know, you want to get that vein look, you know, you want to get that thing where your arms kind of have that little vein, the little veins kind of protruding a little bit. It's kind of a veiny like look. You want that. You want like low body fat. You know, that's what you want to look like. You know, for girls, you know, you want to. I mean, I'm stereotyping super hard, but you know, if it's for workouts, you know, you want to look toned. You want to like, you know, like all the commercials always want to say. You know, it's like get rid of, you know, belly fat. You got like a really good waistline. You know, if you want squats, you know, do a lot of squats to get the rear end looking quite fine. You know, you tone down. You tone down fat. You look good. For guys, girls, it doesn't matter who it is. That's the way. 'Tis the way. You want to look good, you know. Maybe you want to do extra activities as well. Yeah, sure, that's awesome as well. But for me, I want to look good, and that's what I want to try to do. I mean, problem is, you know, you want to look like the models in magazines and movies. Well, you got to. That's that diet thing I mentioned earlier. You got to have a really good diet, because the way they look, you know, it's actually kind of funny thing is the way they look especially for guys, not super healthy. Because they basically have no fat on their body, like zero fat on their body, which is why they have that look, so all you can see is muscle. But of course, because of that, it's not very healthy for you, because you got no fat on your body. Same thing with women, you know, I mean, you gotta have fat on your body. I think a woman's fat percentage of their body is a lot higher too, like it's around 25-30% body fat, I think. Maybe a little bit less, I think depends because of a childbirth and things like that. That's what I remember learning in my kinesiology classes that I took a kinesiology class in college. Is that, you know, women have a higher body fat percentage because something about, I think it has something to do about childbirth. At least that's the genetic reasoning behind it. But I missed the jump. But you know, for guys, you know, if you want to look at that tone, you want to be in like the really low 10s or even lower than that. You know, some people go with like 7s, which is a little crazy, but you know, whatever. You know, you do you, I guess. If you wants to be like really low on fats and borderline unhealthy, you know. But that's the way you want to get that look. You want to get that crazy ass Ryan Gosling, you know, Ryan Gosling, Ryan Reynolds, also Hugh Jackman, Wolverine. You want to get that look. That's what you got to do. Get that white chicken, vegetables, and brown rice every single day. Hope you like the taste of dirt and shit, because that's what brown rice tastes like. I hate brown rice. I hate Briar Mash with the largest of passions. It makes me upset. I'm in a very terrible spot. I'm actually in a very bad spot. This may be my death right here, because there's no more revives I can get. Just realized how bad of an area this is. Alright, well, unfortunately, I no longer have my Sliquifier, so I'm just on my own with this regular AN-94. Gotta run my way around here, just hopefully get some headshots. Oh dear, oh dear. Well, they're going up, unfortunately. Oh, I'm dead, yep. Damn, dude. Messed that up. Didn't even get to use that, trample steam, unfortunately. Well, oh well then. Oh my goodness. I checked my phone, and the cosplay girl's boyfriend just texted me asking about the workout thing, and I'm gonna respond to him this time. I'm gonna tell him, yeah, I'm up for it, let's do it. I'm making progress. Anyhow, thank you so much for watching. My name's been Bricky Yorkadate. I appreciate it a ton. And if you watched all the way through, go ahead and type in all claps. Go ahead and type in all caps, slippery. Just no, better. Slippery when wet. There you go. Get a little bit of music references there. Anyway, hope to see you in the next Fireside Bricky, which is Mob of the Dead. A favorite map of mine. Very hype. Alright. Bye-bye.